Good morning. Thanks for joining us here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick. My name is Dean Jones. I'm here to show you a really nice 23 Supreme Aire. Its stock number is 5N231198 for reference. It's a 4509. It's one of the big bad boy, the nicer of the food chain in the Newmar Super C lineup. It's a bunk model with a bath and a half. It's featured here in the Avalon decor. It's a gorgeous unit. It's got a lot of stuff to look at, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start at the front end here. We have an M2 112 chassis. Big giant power plant. It's a Detroit 12.8 liter turbo diesel 6-cylinder, as you can see right here. Great power, big chassis, big towing capacity. This thing will tow 30,000 pounds. This is the race car triple axle double stacker trailer hauler with all the luxury you could possibly imagine. In Freightliner fashion, we do have great access to all of our air filters, our fluids, any kind of on-the-road maintenance you might want to do. Here's our windshield wiper fluid, real easy to get to. Breakaway bumpers, nice easy hood with on the shocks, soft close. And while we're here, we do have 365 70 R22.5 Michelins on Alcoa polished aluminum rims. On this side, we have our power steering reserve, our coolant, our dipsticks, our oil fill, just everything you possibly need. Great access to all that. And when you shut this, it's really nice. It's soft close, like I said. It's not going to slam on anybody if the wind comes up. Real easy to close. And if you notice, we do have this nice aesthetic mesh grille from Newmar. Nice big high visibility lights. We do have cameras all around this guy. We have our radar for our adaptive cruise and some of our safety features inside. We don't have a sleeper, but we do have a nice skylight up there. You can get a shot of that. Coming around here, here's our blind spot camera right here. So you'll see if anyone's in your blind spot when you're changing lanes or merging. Beautiful cab. We do have handles on both sides to get up real easy. You see the carbon fiber detail in this cab. Beautiful touch. Air ride seats. What else is interesting about the Supreme Aire and the Superstar that Newmar does is when these chassis come out of the shop, you know, before they go to the motorhome facility, they all come with these air ride cabs, which is, so if this was going to be a chassis for a cargo truck or something, they want these drivers real comfortable floating down the highway. Well, most RV manufacturers disable that when they mount their coach. The Supreme Aire, it has air ride cab. There's a big collar I'll show you when we get inside, but this thing not only has air ride seats, but it has air ride cab. It's the only one I know that does it. It's an amazing ride. So we'll just start kind of peeking in some of these guys. A lot to look at. Here's a little storage right there. One thing to notice about Newmar, I'll just point it out right off the bat, just like the other A's, we have a insulated, you can see that little distance between the floor and the bottom. That's all insulated for to keep everything quiet, keep everything nice and insulated. We do have our Oasis Chinook heating system. It heats your hot water, it heats your coach. It's got 2 electric burners and a diesel burner, and it does filter through the motor for heat too. So great system. It kind of competes with that AquaHot. I feel like it's a little beefier system, a little easier to get parts for. That's why Newmar chooses to go that route. We do have a nice TV right here. Because it's got the slides on both sides, they've opted to put the TV low if you're doing that tailgating. Maybe you're at the NASCAR race and you want to have it playing. Right here's your thing, and it does articulate and come out. A little less glare down there as well, too. Here's a little more storage. You see your air line here. There are air chucks in this coach. If you need to fill up a tire, or maybe you're towing some toys, you want to put some air in the quad tires or something, you've got that capacity. 3 mechanical steps that come up with the cover. We do have keyless entry. We also have a doorbell, and it's a nice light lit handle. Great 3-step up, real easy access. You got the handle. We do have a cover that covers the step well. That's a nice feature. Again, it's a 4509. 2 bath bunk models, bath and a half bunk model. There's some of our trailer parts, but another nice storage there. With Super Cs, we do have a drive shaft going down there. So we don't have the true pass-through until we get behind the back wheel. We do have twin screw. It's not a tandem, it's a twin screw. You can actually lock both axles. Docking lights. And before we get around the back, I wanted to take a look at these awnings. These awnings are beautiful. They're Girard Nova awnings that have the dual pitch, dog legs. We also have nice security lighting. We also have a nice window awning. If your awnings are up and it's really bright, you can actually sit inside your living room and get some shade. That also helps with the TV inside there. Coming back here, we do have kind of our pass-through. You can see there's the frame there, but we have our central back. We have our slide tray. But this is behind that drive shaft, so it's gonna give you a little bit extra storage back here. A little more storage back here, as you see, goes all the way back. We have a nice, I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate this first. With the Supreme Aire, we do have a nice long storage tray there. You got that card table or those long umbrellas or, I don't know, skis or whatever you have that are long, you can put them in there. Have some great spots for maybe trailer accessories, fluids, what have you. That is a lit area, but just a really nice, beautiful back cap with a great graphic on it. See these nice LED lights, just beautiful for mounting up to it. Here's your Gen Y hitch. You do have your airlines. We have a Voyager camera system, Phillips camera system. We also have our 7-way. And again, this will pull 30,000 pounds. One thing to look at, again, M2 112 chassis. It boasts 505 horsepower. It also has 1850 pound-feet of torque. And you notice these little cameras here all the way around. There's one on that side. I'll show you the one on this side. And that front, it stitches together a 360 camera. You should never run into anything at a truck stop or a tight campground ever again. Here's the other side of that storage, and you'll notice that we do have some extra tiles in there in the event you drop something and crack one of your tiles. You got an extra one right there. Now this is a 23. I don't know why it hasn't been videoed yet, but we've kind of caught it. It's on clearance price. You should check our website or call me. This is a 12.5 quiet diesel generator. This is a power plant that'll run this thing just like your house. The biggest one I know that I've ever seen in a motorhome. 2 whole hours on it. It's running right now. We're keeping it cool inside. We got 3 ACs that'll power. It's a beautiful system. Coming around here, we have a little spot for our sewer hose or gloves or whatever if you want to do that. And on this side, we do have 2 window awnings. I have them out to kind of demonstrate them. This is the camera. It's the same on the other side. This with the back camera and that front grill camera makes this beautiful stitched 360 camera. Here we have our wet bay. And it's not just a wet bay, it's got a lot of cool features. We got electric valves that open and close the gray and black water tank. We have a screen right here that you can check your levels. We've got a gray tank rinse and a black tank rinse. So usually you just get a black tank, but we got both here. Here's your valves for that. You've got different water fills. You can plug in New City and fill at the same time. We have a hose on a reel that you can get your water supply from. Beautiful stainless steel outdoor shower. It's not a little rinky-dink plastic one. You'll see this blue stuff in here. This is you put this in antifreeze, and that's how you get your winterization. Real easy to do, and you can do it right here. It's all set up for you. We also have a SantaCon. Now this is gonna really make dumping this tank a lot easier. And someone asked me, well, if you have this, why do you have that? This is just gonna be for quick dumps, really easy, convenient dumps. But when you really wanna wash your tanks out, you should probably open this up and gravity fill it. So there is that. Everything is nice and labeled, really easy. You also have a 6,000 gallon water filtration system. If you've ever heard my videos before, my favorite part of these is it keeps the whole system from calcifying. It doesn't just provide drinking water, it also kind of protects the whole system from gumming up or deposits or that kind of thing. You never know where you're gonna get your water, right? So here we have a really nice 50 amp cord on a reel with our power transfer switch, our cable inlet. That's where you're going to put part cable to feed your coach with cable signal. The power monitor. We have a 3,000 watt Xantrex inverter, just a massive inverter. And your button to pull your cord in is right here on the door. Here's our AGM batteries for our house. We got 8 of them there. Now these aren't lithium, but they're the next best thing. You don't have to put water in, there's no maintenance, there's also no corrosion on these batteries. It's definitely a step up from the lead acid batteries of old. A little bit of storage there. These are our chassis batteries. They're behind this box here. And we have our fuel fill. We do have our depth tank, our Oasis. This is where you're going to fill your hydronic fluid for that boiler system that's going to heat your coach. This is where you're going to fill up your 100 gallons of fuel. There is no propane on this coach. It's an all-electric coach, but there's the other side of that. And I believe that's a filter for the generator, I believe. Or the Oasis. I'm sorry, this is for the Oasis. It's going to clean the diesel fuel for that burner, I believe. We got our driver's side. Couple things to note. We do have ignition on the left, and you'll see a little shut-off right here. You got to kind of know where that's at. Here's your heated seats. You get your air up and down. Yeah, just a lot of those seat features, and we'll get into the cab a little later. Let's go check out the inside of this guy. It's beautiful inside. So keep this, let me close this door here. Beautiful colors, all grays, dark black, a couple grays, and a nice white finish. Just dynamic paint job. Solid door, a little wider entry. Another thing about the Supreme Aire, it is hydraulic slide operated, so your slides are going to be just, they're going to work a lot longer, and you're going to have a lot less problems with these slides. And you can kind of see I can kind of get around in here. A little tight, but I can get to my mid bath, which is our traveling bath. I'm not going to get to my full-time bath back there unless I want to crawl over the bed, but I can also access the refrigerator. I might be able to use the sink. So plenty of space in here. Let's go ahead and open them up. And while I do, I'm just going to talk about some of the dimensions on this. The length of this coach is 44 foot 11 inches. The width outside is 8 foot 6 inches. The height overall is 13 foot 2. So a little taller than most of our units. You're going to need a 14 foot garage door to probably get this in there. The interior height in here is 6 foot 11 inches, so almost 7 foot tall. 3 ACs, 15,000 BTUs each. Dry weight on this coach is 43,000 pounds. Payload is 14.5. What's that? Oh, I got to put them down all the way. Thanks, sorry. We got, bring that down. So it comes out and then it sits down. There's no carpet in these slides. Back to what I was saying, towing 30,000 pounds, GVWR 58,000 pounds. We got 150 gallons of fresh water, 60 gallon gray tank, and a 40 gallon black tank. Let's go open the back one here, and we'll start touring the inside of this guy. That Oasis system boasts 50,000 BTUs, so plenty of heat. And how that works is there's a glycol loop around here, little radiators. If you've ever had like a baseboard heat in an apartment building with a big boiler downstairs, kind of the same premise. Quiet heat, you don't see them. All these, you know, registers kind of hidden in plain sight. I'll point them out as we go through here. Again, Detroit 12.8 liter, 6-cylinder motor, 505 horse, 1850 foot-pound of torque. And we'll just start back here. Let me put these down here. Start back in the, I call it the full-timer bath. It is a bath and a half. Got a nice shower here. Let's just start with that. I'll get in here. I'm 6'1". A lot to point out in here, though. We do have a teak shower. Very sturdy. It'll hold anybody. We have Nice decanters in here, and it kind of seems like a small thing, but when you have shower, like shampoo and bottles and stuff, it's just gonna roll around and make noise as you go down the road, so these are nice to have. We do have skylights for the taller people. I'm 6'1", I'm pretty comfortable in here. Nice shower head here and a wand. You do have a handle. Now this is called the water miser or the aqua view. And how this works is it's gonna cycle water through that oasis until it gets to temperature and not fill up your gray tank or deplete your fresh tank. So as this gets warm, there's a valve here, and when it's ready, it's gonna light this up, and you know to go ahead and take your shower. And you do have plenty of hot water. You have 150 gallons. You have a great water heater, so it's gonna really feel like taking showers at home. Kind of switch places with you. And Newmar Fashion, we have our egress door, they call it. At Newmar, they don't want you jumping out a window. It's these are getting so tall now, you probably wouldn't stick the landing. So you have a little ladder that drops out, you walk right down in case you just got something obstructing your exit in the front. Hope that never happens, but we do have contingency right here. Also, we also have these things pop. This thing pops off if you're trying to get too many people out and this is in the way. You could pop this off, put it in your, on your countertop or in your shower. Makes it a little easier exit. All they are is just these little. You can kind of get a shot of them. They're just little cabinet catches. Just pops right off in an emergency. Here's our Dometic macerator toilet. It is porcelain. We do have place for TP there. Beautiful tile work, solid surface countertop. I love this color. Plenty of storage, and you'll notice that a couple things about the cabinetry of Newmar is they always kind of carpet the bottoms to eliminate road noise. Beautiful crown molding. We do have a fantastic fan. Everything in here is LED. It's going to be a little less. Here, let me show you this too. This is kind of nice. I like this. Nice mirror lights. I mean, you gotta love that. And we do have medicine cabinets down here. Mosaic tile, like I pointed out. Nice modern drain. Beautiful faucets. This is kind of this is a really neat. So you have even a little dirty laundry hamper right there. Or you can stash all your cookies in there. We do have a safe. Everything's lit. And it knows when these things are open or closed, like a refrigerator. We have these nice, well-constructed dovetail drawers that are on soft close. And keep in mind, soft close aren't only just a nice way to shut a drawer, but it's going to keep it hugged up to the style so it's not rattling going down the road. We've got all these nice drawers, beautiful woodwork, lacquer work. Plenty of drawers back here. These are little short ones because you got to watch for these. Be careful of those guys. But all this storage, access to your plumbing if you need it. Everything's done real simple and elegant. These guys, beautiful tile too. Kind of a matte finish, 1x2 tile. It just looks like it'd be real easy to keep clean. We do have our splendid washer and dryer that is vented outside. It's going to work just like a 110 apartment stackable, so it's actually going to work a lot better than the old systems. A lot going on in this little bathroom. A lot going on. So as we come out to the master, we do have our pocket slider door. There's a mirror on this side. I don't know if you can see that through the camera here, but there's a mirror right here. Nice beveled mirror. And this just locks up. These are solid wood doors. We have king bed. Under the king bed, we have leaves for the table. We have a couple of chairs to expand your dining capacity. Beautiful bedding. Nice nightstands on each side. This is going to be kind of hard to get a picture of, but you'll notice there's a little bit of a gap underneath that solid surface. And you got that plug back there. So you can run your cords, with that door shut, you can run that cord up underneath that table and charge your stuff without a bunch of cords all tripping you up. And Just a real clean way to do that. This isn't a slide. We do have port right here if you wanted to put, you plug in any kind of CPAP machine and run it clean through there. Beautiful mirrored, upholstered backsplash. You got windows that open for cross breeze so you don't feel like you're in a box. We do have a KIB panel under here. I don't know if you can get a shot of that, but, and I'll go over a KIB panel in a minute, but you can pretty much run anything you might have forgot to turn off right there. We do have reading lights, speakers right here, and again, with this, there's no real anything impeding. There's no walls in these cabinets, so you can put a lot of stuff up there. There's the other side of that. Coming over to the wardrobe area. Nice big smart TV right here. Plenty of hanging space. Remember, we have hanging space in the bathroom too. Again, matching solid surface countertop there. This is an emergency exit, but I suggest going back there if you can. Again, this is a really tall coach. We don't want you jumping out the window if you don't have to. One thing about Newmar, there's a lot of Amish craftsmanship there. You can see it in all the woodwork. Nice trim, just they go a little extra. But these big, deep drawers that actually come out past your wardrobe. 6 big drawers. And we know in RVing, everything is good. Oh, it's five big drawers, I'm sorry. This is your audio video cabinet. You see some wires here, some HDMIs. If you want to put a Wally receiver, maybe a gaming system, a DVD, if you like to carry your old DVDs around, this is where you would put that, and it would all go right to this TV. We do have another hanging spot there. And this is our SilverLeaf. This is going to do our floor heat. This does have floor heat all throughout. Great way to heat it. I have the ACs on right now, and it's real comfortable in here. But you can kind of go through some of your tank levels, your AC and DC power. We can also put the generator on a AGS setting, which is automatic generator start, and that's going to, for instance, if you had a little dog running around here and you wanted to go hike or something, and you're worried about the temperature of this coach, you could turn this to kick on the generator and cool it down if it hit a certain degree, or if the battery started kind of draining a little bit, it'll kick it back on. Great system there. Here's our water system. Here's our climate, we were just there. We have lights we can turn on and off. It's just a really nice comprehensive system. Those of you that are probably looking at something like this have already had a coach maybe, and you probably know some of this stuff. Here's our awning extent. I'm gonna go ahead and retract that. That's the outside awning that I had open, and I showed it to you on the other side. But you just push this button, it comes up automatically. We also have our slide out in and out for just this bed slide right here. With this guy, we have another door, way to get privacy in the master. But not only that, with that door shut and this door is shut, kind of makes the bunk area its own little autonomy. So you've got the bunks for 2 little guys or some friends, or a little guy and their friend, or whatever. You do have TVs and TVs on this side. I knew there was TVs. I saw them on the build sheet. Just different ways to charge stuff. They can control their own. And they're analog in here. It's a little simple. Turn on lights and stuff, so you're not cruising through a screen. But yeah, you can make this its own autonomy, almost like its own bedroom. And they also have this mid bath. They can use as a bathroom in the middle if they need to go, you know, without bothering anybody. It's just their own little kind of autonomy in here. It's a great way to look at it. I can turn a light on in there too. I don't know how easy that's going to be to see. Yeah, see, it looks a lot better in there. The backsplash's kind of a woven mosaic tile. Again, macerator toilet, plenty of storage. Those mirror lights are really nice. But coming around here, I'll kind of give you a demonstration of these KIB panels. They're all throughout. We do have an all lights on, all lights off. Real handy as you walk in the door. We also have our shades. They're all power, and you can see now our day shades were down, but now we've got our night shades coming down behind them. We have our fans. We have one in the kitchen here, one in the master bath, and one in the stool room over here. We also have TV up and down. Where's the TV at? Let's put that up. Go ahead and put that up. You can see that's a televator. And what's nice about that is it comes down, you have this, you know, this dinette on the campsite. This is the campsite underneath those awnings. I love when they do that. I think that's a great feature when you can drink your coffee and look out on the actual real estate that you've been renting. We have a water pump feature. We can also display brightness, as you can see. Monitor panel, you can check some levels. And you can just do this from all these different, and they're all in the right place and real easy to get to. That's the KIV panel. We also have our kind of main panel for the thing. We do have, you know, our slide in and out, step cover. Let's show you that. The step well is awesome. Not all Super Cs have this. That's a great safety feature for this. So little dogs, little guys, you know, as you're set up, if you're not going in and out, it's almost like more square footage you can use. And it just tucks away real nice. Here's our awnings. This is our Girard awnings. I'm gonna go ahead and put those back in. I can put 0 and it brings them both in, or I can go 1 or 2. There's a remote in here for that too. You have an extra switch if you want to add something, maybe a big light bar or something. This is a reset switch for this. This is a HWH, which is the best in the hydraulic business, leveling system for this coach, 1-button push, and it also powers these slides you heard me open. They go out, they come down, it's all hydraulic, best you can get. Some light, that's your steps. I had them locked open, but now they're coming in. There's a step cover. We have cargo doors. We can entry lock this guy, Wi-Fi router on and off, and these are those awnings like I said out front. We do have 110 here, and this is a really nice thing because you can, if you're walking out of the coach and you're not, no one's going to be in here, you can turn off the whole. I mean, our generator's running, but you can turn all that off in one button push. Let's put the lights back on. Everything's really easy, and it's all real centrally located. So it looks like a lot of systems, but as you understand every system, they're pretty simple. We'll come over here to the pantry. Beautiful pantry. You got places for some of your covers. I'll show you those in a minute. We've got really nice full extension drawers that lock away with a nice lit pantry area. Whirlpool residential fridge, not the biggest one, but it's adequate. We do have water filtration in this one, a little extra filtration, and a beautiful chest freezer with an ice maker. And we all know Whirlpool is a great brand. We also have ways to lock this as you're going down the road so your food doesn't end up on the floor. Get a better look at the dinette. We got our audio video for this beautiful televator. Bose soundbar, so you're gonna have great sound in here. And again, carpeted everything in there. Beautiful wall sconce lights, as you can see. Just tons of lighting, tons of access lighting. This is our dinette. It's shown with chairs. We do have this is where you'd put those leaves I showed you under the bed, maybe the other 2 chairs, and you could have 2 couples to enjoy a nice meal together. And we'll come over to the galley. I thought this convection microwave was introduced in 24, but this is a 23, and I know it's kind of special because it's got an air fryer on it. Everyone, I've had people come in and just ask for this microwave to put in their older coaches. It's actually just a really nice system, and it will bake, and you do have, you know, convection opportunity. And we don't have the oven. The oven, because it's not a propane coach, but we do have cutting boards on the side of our plates, and these would go right here. Like I said, perfect place to store those. And this is a true induction, 2-burner, portable 110 stovetop. Take it out if you want to make fish, or you just want to cook outside. It's just a nice day and you want to cook some eggs outside under the awnings. Beautiful split under mount stainless steel sink. Look at that guy. You get plenty of use out of that guy. And when he's on there, you've got plenty of counter space. We do have, let me open this window, it's nice. That's actually an option, and it's a beautiful option. If you're going to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, it's nice to see nature out that big giant window. You can actually find one of these without that window, and that'd be a shame. Do have a little bit more storage up here. Doors that come out, all our books, our warranty information. Nice big. Do have a little place for scrubbies. We also have trash can, a little bit of just easy to get to. This one has been ordered with a Fisher & Paykel dishwasher. Who doesn't need that in their RV? And here's all your remotes, nice silverware, drawer. It looks complicated, but we go through it all with you. By the time you leave here, you will understand what every one of those remotes do. I love these pools too. Come over here, we do have a couch. It's not a theater seat. It's in the sport leather. Actually, I do believe that's a bed. There's a latch and I hadn't practiced it. So instead of fighting it, I'll just continue on and we'll go to the cab. Now, we do have, this is that collar I was talking about. This is what allows that chassis to move. It's locked right now because it's not in gear, but there's a lock that unlocks when you put it in gear, and this whole thing kind of moves as you're going down the road. It's kind of weird to look at when you're sitting back here, but you get used to it. And this is that M2 112 chassis. It's just a gorgeous way to travel. All this nice storage up here. We do have that skylight up there. Here's all your driver systems, your lane assist. We do have navigation. That navigation's programmed for this vehicle not to take you in places you're not supposed to be. Beautiful steering wheel, all this carbon fiber accents. Just shade up, shade down up there. You can see it right there. We do have some USBs. We have ways to lock the differentials. We have ways to lower the thing when it's not running. We have ways to lower the thing when it is running. Between these guys and these guys, we have courtesy lights, docking lights, the generator start. We have a jumper cable. If you need a little power to start the thing and you let your chassis batteries run down, maybe you left your headlights on, you can jump it from the chassis or vice versa. This is locking the front axle. This is locking the back axle. We have engine brakes, light tests, regen, lock, unlock, windows, mirror heat, all that good stuff. Here's your Allision transmission, your gearbox. Not only does it shift your gears and it's just reverse the drive and it shows you what gears you're in, you can also push mode and you can look at some of your temperatures of your transmission fluids and what have you. We have our whatchamacallit, cruise control over here, some lights. You can decrease the dash lights. This is an all analog system. As you see, this coach only has 1,419 miles. It's been test drove a couple times. I think it's been back and forth from 2 stores of ours. Usually comes here with about 1,100 miles to begin with. It is a brand new coach. It's a great opportunity. If you need a big Super C, you want luxury, and you want a deal. This is a 23 clearance. Let me grab my clipboard here. My name is Dean Jones. You can call me or text me at 720-347-7063. Or you can email me any questions you have about this or any other coach we have at dean.jones@transwest.com. Stay tuned. I think Katie's doing another Super C, which is a Verona, beautiful coach. I guess we're kind of moving the schedule around. We're going to do 2 on Monday now. So I will see you next Monday. And thanks for visiting the Supreme Aire with me.